Hey guys, so these are the notes that I'm going to want you to take. Up to you whether you want to write them down in your notes jotter or you can type them up as we go along. I'll go through the full slide and then I'll give you time to pause. You can then copy it down in your own time, restart the video, and then I'll move on to the second slide. There's only 2 slides worth of notes for these. Okay, so let me go through it. So carboxylic acids are another example of a homologous series. All carboxylic acids have a name which ends in anoic acid and contains the carboxyl group, and this is the carboxyl group. So you've got your C double bonded to the O with the OH, or if you're doing it shortened structural formula, you can write down COOH, or the Q group, as I like to call it. The prefix, as with other homologous series, tells you the number of carbon atoms within the molecule. So for example, you've got your methanoic acid, ethanoic, propanoic. Just remember that the carbon of the functional group, the carboxyl group, is counted in the number of carbons in the molecule. So don't just see that that's got 1 carbon. It doesn't, it has 2 carbons, and that's where the ethanoic acid comes from. And the general formula is CN, that should say N, CnH2n plus 1 COOH. Okay, just make sure that it's in there and not 2. That's my fault. Okay. So pause, copy it down. Okay, let's move on to the second slide. Okay, so carboxylic acids are used for many things. Vinegar, for example, is a solution of ethanoic acid, which is used in preserving and pickling food. So the acid that is in vinegar is ethanoic acid. Okay. Standard point to make, but just thought we'd make it. Carboxylic acids have a pH of below 7 because they are acids. So if you're ever asked to predict the pH of a carboxylic acid, anything below 7. Normally they're weaker acids, so like 4 or 5 or something, but they would accept anything below 7. Carboxylic acids can also react with bases in neutralization reactions, producing a salt and other byproducts, like we described in the previous video. So for example, ethanoic acid plus potassium hydroxide gives you potassium ethanoate and water. Butanoic acid, lithium carbonate, gives you lithium butanoate plus water plus carbon dioxide. And hexanoic acid plus magnesium gives you magnesium hexanoate and hydrogen. Remember, it's hydrogen because you've only got a reactive metal as your base. There is no oxygen in that base to react the hydrogen with water, oxygen to form the water, which is why only hydrogen is produced. Okay, so that's the end of the notes. That's all the notes I want you to take for carboxylic acids. So pause this, write it down, type it up, whatever you want to do, and then move on to the next task, which I believe is task 2 for the second lesson. Okay, remember, ask questions, please ask questions as much as you need to. Okay, thank you guys.